Rates of change, example 1. The area of a shape at time t is given by a is 5 multiplied by the cube root of t for values of t between 0 and 64. We want to find the area of the shape when t is 8 and t is 27. Well, that's easy enough. This expression is for the area, so we just need to substitute. So that's 5 multiplied by the cube root of 8. The cube root of 8 is 2, so that's just going to be 10. We're not actually given any units here. Now here it's going to be 5 multiplied by the cube root of 27. The cube root of 27 is 3, so that's going to be 15. Show that dA dt is always positive and comment on this. And also d2a dt squared is always negative and comment on this. So a is going to be 5t to the power 1/3. So dA dt, so the third comes down and multiplies, so we have 5/3 t to the negative 2/3. Using our knowledge of indices, that's going to be 5. And then on the bottom we've got 3. And then we've got the cube root of t, and it's squared. And that's going to be positive since the cube root of t squared is positive. The other two things, the 5 and the 3, are constants. Now let's differentiate again. So it's best to differentiate from here. So the negative goes down in front, so we're going to get negative 10 over 9. And then it will be t to the negative 5/3. So that's going to be negative 10 over 9 times the cube root of t to the power 5. And remember here that t is always greater than 0, and that implies that d2a dt squared is going to be less than 0 because of the negative here. 10 and 9 are just numbers, and this thing here has to be positive. So what does this tell us? The fact that dA dt is positive. That means that the area is always increasing. If we draw the curve for a is 5 cube root of t, and I can actually do a reasonable job of that, so it's going to look something like this. The gradient is always positive, so the area is always increasing. But the rate of change of that increase is getting smaller. And we can see that on the curve I've drawn here. So area is always increasing, but the rate at which it's increasing is getting smaller.